If you've ever wanted to compete on a rally like this, but neither have the time nor the money to build and prepare a car yourself, then the organisers of the Throckmorton Challenge, Hero Events EU, have come up with a way to enable you to do this through Arrive and Drive, a rally car hire company which provides cars for those competitors who haven't got a car of their own. The Arrive and Drive organisation also offers driving days out where the competitors get the possibility to try several cars and then choose one that they might pick for an event, or just get used to the one that they have already picked. There are 18 cars available of different styles, age and performance, which means that every driver should be able to find one that meets their needs. And for only a few £100s a day, it can be a really cheap way into the sport. And of course, the team always accompanies the competitors on the events to make sure that the car is performing well and is checked over regularly. This 1969 Lancia Fulvia, for example, was present on the Throckmorton event as well as on the Classic Marathon in summer, and 4 more events over the past 3 years. The Range Rover might not have been the ideal car for the one-day Throckmorton Challenge, as the height of the car really made it hard for taking the sharp turns, but it is doubtlessly one of the best choices for the long-distance Jug Rally, where the road and weather conditions certainly make a four-wheel drive vehicle quite useful. And probably one of the most popular cars of all is this classic Porsche 911, which has done 7 events in the last 2 years and is one of the most successful cars to compete in. I also had the privilege to try it out. So as well as a bunch of regularities, the drivers have also got to go through a series of tests. Not the most difficult tests, it has to be said, but it's still a question of getting them right. Through cones, around cones, back through the same cones, and off again. The thing is, it's easy enough to do these tests at a slow speed. The harder thing is doing them at a quick speed when there's a bit of pressure on. Even though 8 seemed to disappear for many crews earlier, there were a few competitors who got the test right and were positive about their performances. The question is, was that due to their experience or just a matter of luck? That looked fairly decent.
That was good fun.
Yeah, but and the navigator seemed to be getting you the right way, which is unlikely.
Always does. Never in doubt. Never in doubt.
So you found H.
We found H. We did.
A lot of people are struggling with H. Some people are struggling with B, D, E, and F as well.
So we work hard.
See you
later.
Thank you. Bye.
That's always a terror, that one. It's always a terror.
Why that
Very
one?
difficult. It's just confusing the way it's laid out, and it's always catches us out. But we didn't make a mess, so that's good.
We found H.
Thank you.
Good. That looked quick.
Thank you very
and
much.
more importantly, it looked accurate as well.
All about memorising them rather than listening to your navigator.
Oh really? What sort of memory can memorise them?
Alright, great stuff.
Hang on. That looks absolutely petrifying.
It's fun.
God grief. Well, you went the right way, didn't you, it seems?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
Well, what's it like there? What's it like sitting on that side, this side?
Scary when you got to go right round a cone.
Yeah.
It leans right over.
Yeah, this must have passed the elk test then, the way it's
The last one was scary. We had the cone and go a complete 360 round it, and it's
just
right over.
Yeah.
Felt like 2 wheels were off the floor. So.
Yeah. Scary as. Well done.
Cheers.
See ya.
Bye.
How was it for you?
It was great. It was fun.
You got the right
than
way.
last time.
You went the right way this time.
Yes.
How was that then?
This was great. Nice experience.
We got you the right way?
Yes, we did.
Between the click of the light and the start of the dream. Between the click of the light and the start of the dream. Between the click of the light and the start of the dream.
organisers had done something a little bit subtle to make the regularities different for the two separate rallies, as even though they had the same route, they had different sets of instructions, with the club event crews getting their instructions with tulip diagrams, while the National B members had descriptive ones. The timing was just as difficult to keep to though. The last regularity of the event took place on the airfield itself. Given the fact that it didn't take place on public roads, they managed to squeeze even more timing points in than on a normal road section. However, this 8-kilometre regularity proved to be almost impossible at times. The vagueness of David York and Paul Thackeray in the Mini Cooper certainly confused others as well in finding the right way.
.37.44.
How difficult is this one?
Missed two on the right. I think it's so far. Yeah, it's up to now, it's okay.
Is it?
Yes.
Some appeared to be self-confident about the route, as if they drove on these back lanes of the airstrip every morning on their way to work. While some others were just cruising along calmly. But as they made their way around the little back roads, the open spaces seemed just as confusing. Perhaps it was easier following bends and counting the crossroads than the cones. Bear in mind, following somebody who looks confident about which way to go is not always the best idea. And so after a tense day's motorsport, these are the final results of the 2013 Throgmorton the Challenge. In 6th with David Harris and Worth Burkill in a Ford Escort RS2000. In 5th, Paul Bloxage and Will Davis in a Porsche Carrera. In 4th, the consistent Robert and Susan McLean in their 1962 Ford Anglia. In 3rd were Roger Kilty and Roger Burkill in a 1980 Ford Escort. Second were John Ruddick and Andy Pullen in their Ford Escort Mexico, and in first were Howard Warren and Ryan Pickering in their 1965 Porsche 911. And in the club event, in sixth were Richard Watton and Tal Lambert in an MGB GT. Fifth were John and Ed Kiff in their energetically driven VW Beetle. Fourth, Stephen Hall and Jonathan Hancocks in a Triumph TR4. Roger and Jonathan Vickers took third in their 1963 Austin Healey. Tim Lawrence and Adam Tibbs were second in their 1967 MGB GT, with Chris and Fred Winter coming first in the 1966 Hillman Imp, one of the least powered cars on the event, proving just what's possible. But by failing to win the National B Rally, John Wood lost out on the HRCR Championship to Matt Warren. And in the Hero Cup, the championship positions now look like this.